A family that made local and national headlines recently is the focus of a child abuse investigation by Fort Worth police and CPS.
We don't typically identify alleged victims of child abuse investigations, but 13-year-old Colby Tutt became somewhat of a local celebrity when he received a visit from a famous pro wrestler around the time WrestleMania was at AT&T Stadium in April.
And there were several fundraisers, even a GoFundMe account to help pay his medical bills. His family says that he's chronically ill since birth. He was home in hospice care, but CPS removed him, also removed his brother from the parents' care.
Fox 4's Brandon Todd talked with investigators and the family's attorney and has more from the Fort Worth Police Department right now. Brandon.
Right. Well, the family was tells us they were told by doctors that Colby Tutt was dying and he was sent to hospice care. But now that teen and his younger brother have been removed from the home, and those parents are fighting to get them back. When WWE wrestler Eric Rowan came to visit 13-year-old Colby Tutt in early April at his Cleburne home, his family said the teen was already terminal. He had been chronically ill since birth. He and his family were even taken in a limo to WrestleMania so Colby could see the show. But a Fort Worth police report shows that on May 6th, they were called to Cook Children's Medical Center to investigate an injury to a child claim. The attorney for the boys' parents, Danita and Clint Tutt, say the investigation was based on an anonymous tip staff received that the parents were withholding food and water from him. The case was referred to the Crimes Against Children Division, and CPS was called. 3 days later, on May 9th, CPS removed Colby and his brother from their parents' care. At the time, Colby was being cared for by hospice nurses at the Ronald McDonald House near Cook Children's. Both parents and their attorney declined an on-camera interview, but the attorney, Christopher Cook, gave us a written statement saying, in part, that the parents became concerned about his level of care. As a result, they made plans to transfer Colby from hospice to Children's Medical Center of Dallas. Cook tells Fox 4 Colby was showing signs that his health was improving, and on the day his parents called for an ambulance to take him to Dallas, that anonymous tip came in. Today, Danita Tutt filed her own criminal complaint at the Burleson Police Department against a woman who is now an estranged friend and who helped organize a fundraiser for Colby. Sources close to the family claim she stole thousands of dollars intended for the teen's medical bills. I was able to talk with the woman who was accused. Now, we're not naming her because she has not been charged with a crime. She told me over the phone that she emphatically denies taking any of the family's money. Steve?
Okay, Brandon, so explain this. When a Colby was getting hospice care at Cook Children's, why are the allegations being made against the parents? It would seem that he was safe and under a doctor's care there.
Right. Well, there were parts of his hospice care that allowed him to go home and to be treated at home under the directive of the hospice nurses there and that system. But the attorney, when I spoke with him, wouldn't elaborate on some of those details. In his statement to us, he said that the parents were relying on the advice of trained physicians, and he said the family and the parents will fight as hard as they can to get their kids back. So basically more to come on this one, Steve.
Okay, Brandon Todd live in Fort Worth. Thank you.